Hello, everyone. My name is Ankita, and I'm here today to talk about certain important things, food for thought. And then later in the next video as well, I will talk about how and why affirmations actually work and how should they be done. But before that, really want to talk about certain things which are more important to understand first, and then we can go on to the next step. Because knowing is important, and only when you know is when you can adapt accordingly. You can change certain things accordingly, and that should work in your favor. So I always say this, especially to people who normally would say that I'm not able to attract the right person in my life, I'm not able to attract money or prosperity or abundance in my life. And I would always tell them that perception is something, or belief is something that controls your biology, right? Now, what do I mean with that? What you believe creates your life on the inside and on the outside. And to be very honest, the first question that would come to my mind is, where do these perception or these belief systems come from? There are three major things. One is the genetics. Now, genetics, you can also call it as nature. So when a child is born, a child automatically knows how to swim in the water. That is the genetics of it. A child knows that if there's fire, you have to remove your hand away from there, right? But then comes the second part of it, because there are a lot of people who are scared of water. Now, how does that happen? That happens because of your subconscious mind. Now, subconscious mind is you can call it as a mind that is trained. It's a learned chap. It's a learned guy. It's just learned habits. How does one learn all those habits? How does one learn all of it unknowingly? How did we even get there? So the answer is, see, imagine that the child is born, and every time when the child goes near the water, the parents they give a very excited reaction. It could be, oh, this is dangerous, or this is wrong. So the child is learning all of that. A child starts to learn, and this is proven by science as well. Even a long time before in our own culture, this has been proven. Have you heard of the thing saying that if a mother is if a woman is pregnant, she should start reading all those positive, happy books? Probably read Ramayana or have a Gita part done every day, and meditate quite a lot. Look at good pictures. Try and keep the mother happy, and hence the baby will be happy. All of those things are inculcated in our own society, and they have been done by some brilliant scientists who lived ages and ages ago. The very reason is because halfway through pregnancy, the fetus starts to learn things and starts to experience the chemistry of the emotion. Because of the chemistry of the emotion, starts to learn what the mother feels or what the mother experiences. So it's more about the emotions that she experiences, and the child starts to learn the same thing. So if you were to say close to about 5 months, a woman is pregnant, the fetus starts to learn. And up till the age of 7, they learn. That's all they're doing. They're writing a program. The subconscious is learning everything along with survival, because the very first thing, or the most important thing for a child to learn, is how to survive in this world. And they will always look up to people who actually have lived in this society before they have. Right? So with nature, they come with certain instincts, but because there are learned habits that they have learned from the age of 6 months, or -6 rather, to 7 years, these become learned habits. Now, your subconscious mind runs 95% more strongly, or 95% of the times. So that becomes nurture, right? And nurture normally overrides the nature of a person, because you have to learn that. You have to learn how to survive in this world through the eyes of the ones who've lived before you. So if I have a mindset or thought process that I will only earn money when I work hard, or I will only earn love, or I will only get love when I give my 100% at every point in time. I cannot be loved if I am not a nice woman, if I am not looking after other people's need first. I'm not a nice woman. Hence, I will not get what I deserve, and that is, I will not be loved, or I'm not lovable. So if you have a thought process like that, it is important to start looking at those things. And I normally ask my clients, how did you see the relationship of your parents? What did you experience? Who were you more close to? Who did not pay attention to you? What is it that you experienced as a child? And when you start to go down that lane, you realize a lot of your limiting thoughts and patterns comes from that age group when you actually didn't even understand, you were just learning. So if you were, and you have now the knowledge of it, what do you do to change that pattern? What do you do to that bigger chap of 95% of the times who runs your life? How do you change that? There are only 3 ways approximately that you can change your subconscious thought patterns. 1, through hypnosis, right? I take you to a state of hypnosis and I start to discover those, and I start to reprogram your subconscious mind. 2, subconscious mind is something or somebody who learns with discipline and with repetition. There comes your affirmations right there. And the 3rd way of learning is you choose to go through a traumatic incident in your life. You start to look at it from a different perspective, and you start to bring that change because now you're scared of a traumatic situation, and hence you don't want to do that, right? So the best way that you can learn is through affirmations. And maybe in my next video, we'll start talking about that as well. Tell me if you like this video and I will make some more for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.